if you can go through the 7 papers and this LBA, you will get 98 plus percentage. 98% is sure, I can guarantee you. And passing is, just forget about passing. You just forget about it. If this parent should come out, they have to encourage their kids to become whatever they want. It's like you are teaching. Now, when you teach, I teach and you teach different. You teach better than me if you ask. Why? Because you're already studying and you understand the pulse of your friends. It's not becoming rich. Even you can become rich by doing. There are many fraudulent ways to become rich.
Yes.
So the real success is finally getting an education which you love and contributing to society, and you live in a peaceful way. Why government do not want to give education? That everybody knows. A educated mass is always dangerous to the government.
100%.
First of all, there are very less seats in JEE and NEET. So finally, who is getting trained from 6th standard, only he can able to get into such institution. Meritorious who is starting from 10th standard, who do not have money to go to tuitions, he cannot qualify. Even half English, that's fine. You should be confident of yourself. You see, today world will reward only those who do not only think that I want to become this, who are doing actually.
How should students overcome their distractions, sir? A lot of students are trapped into a lot of distractions today. What advice would you like to give?
Hundreds of students in years, thousands of students. One teacher can inspire 30 years of 30 generation of students. One teacher, or he can inspire 30 generation of students.
Oh my God, that was deep.
It is left to the teachers to understand to where to go. There are the modern skills. Modern skills is understanding using laptop or using mobile, using AI in a proper way, asking the right questions to AI, and learning things through AI or learning things through internet. And next is the other part. Finally, you all know today world is not running behind marks. So
Exactly.
it means the whatever system, but ultimately in the workforce. See, basically, understand the question paper pattern is all. If you understand the question paper pattern, from how they're asking, from which chapter they're asking application, which chapter they're not asking application, you sit with the model paper, sit with the prepared paper,
analyzing it.
Yeah, analyzing. Basically, whoever analyzes in a proper way, they are the winners.
Yes, sir.
They would get
Exactly.
a smart one.
Hi all, I welcome you all to PUC Made Easy YouTube channel, Learning the Smarter Way. This time, we don't have any PPT, no techniques, no smart ways of doing stuff, but something beyond all that. Today, we mark the beginning of an impactful series named as PUC Made Easy Talks, PME Talks, Learning Beyond Classrooms. And for the same, we have a very relevant and special guest for the today. That is Rajesh Bhatt, sir. I welcome you to the podcast, sir.
Hi, Syed. Yeah, hi.
Yes. So before you proceed, I want to just tell something about introduce Rajesh sir to you guys. So Rajesh sir, actually he is a civil engineer by qualification and a passionate teacher by profession. Sir currently serves as a resource person for DDPI Bengaluru North, and he is a prominent speaker at numerous workshops, seminars, and teacher training programs. He is also highly active on social media. His YouTube channel, SciMath Videos, has a subscriber base of nearly 30,000 students, and his Instagram community exceeds 1 lakh followers. Guys, take a moment to just digest these numbers. Beyond education, Rajesh sir is deeply involved in social causes. He's an active member of several key organizations, like including All India Safe Education Committee and several others, contributing consistently to the community development and public awareness. So it really means a lot that you accepted the invite, and I just can't express my gratitude in words, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Syed. I'm happy to be here because to be interviewed by my own student. I'm happy that he was my student maybe 3 years ago.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
coming back, remembering a teacher and asking me for a podcast, because there are several people who have been contributing so much to the society. I don't think I'm just a small person in front of all of them. So I just came for Syed. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. So, as we start with the Q&A, so initially I want to start with the fundamental thing, like what has been your journey throughout, like the fundamental focus. I would like you to the transition from being an engineer to a teacher. So that is something not easy. It comes with a lot of challenges. With this, I would also request you to touch upon your childhood, your education, and all that things, sir. Your journey from now.
Yeah. So I'm not very inspiring journey as such though. So anyhow, I did my schooling in Marathi Vidyalaya. It is in Banaswadi, very prestigious institution. Then I did my PUC in St. Aloysius, Mangalore, and my engineering in UVC. It's again it is a college established by Vishweshwaraya himself for meritorious students, for students who are from poor background. So I completed my civil engineering. Then I was an assistant professor in an engineering college teaching diploma in engineering students. Then I felt that there must be some change, and I opted school education. It has been 8+ years into the school education. So it was quite challenging because with the engineering background and the people around, the friends around, even the family might have that, why did you study so much to become a teacher? But I felt that somewhere, I think engineering students, I don't know how much engineering we study. So, but we study a lot of management skills, like how to manage exams, how to prepare for how to prepare for some exams, or how to we never understood many scientific concepts in a proper way. So I think that inspired me that when I become a teacher, let me first learn things. So let me first understand in a way that, like, because I am a student, I was always a confused one who cannot understand something at just one shot. I would require 2-3 times to see textbooks, see some videos, ask some friends, and then understand it. So I felt that if I understand something, I can teach somebody in that way itself. I mean, like, I do not anybody watching my videos, anybody listening to my class, they should be able to relate with me. So I always I try to teach in a such way that even the backbencher should understand in his own
Wow.
language, where I feel I am sitting in the classroom. If somebody is
Wow.
teaching me what problem that I faced, that problem my students should not face. So with this background, and since I was into social activism, I required some quality time for even that, so I shifted into school education. So this journey is really good. So see, I am finding students like you.
So thank you so much. It's like, so that was so thoughtful. So honestly, like, come on, it teaches us a lot of things. The shift and all that stuff, being selfless, being altruistic personality, that is not something we see very usual. Yeah, we would learn a lot of things from this, especially that thought of teaching in a way that if you were a student would have understood. That is something very different. So it really something special. So you mentioned that you did your PUC from Aloysius College and engineering from a premium institution. So from this point of view, how do you see getting into a good college? So how important that is, and what would be your views on that?
So now many times, now good colleges today, very unfortunate to say, what has happened today is education has all become between the haves and have-nots. Like,
Okay, sir.
so when my time, there were some colleges where the merit seats were much. There were many colleges who used to give a lot of seats for meritorious students. But today, unfortunate that there are no much government colleges. The colleges that were there is being slowly converted into IIT models. Now you take my own UVC college, it is turned into IIT model. So many times we would
Okay.
feel, oh, IIT model great, but the fees have gone up by, just in a span of 10 years, it has gone up by almost 300%. When I studied, it was 18,000, now it is 50,000. Or if you take any colleges, for minimum to do engineering, you require, even at an aided college also, you would require 6 lakh to 8 lakh rupees. So I don't think today it is all about the merit, it is about, the money you have. Now, even
Yes, sir.
if a student is really talented, you cannot tell he can get into good colleges or no topmost colleges without having no money. Even IITs and NITs, if you see their fees list, it crosses lakh rupees per year. So even in CET examination, even you get first rank rupees, you want to enter into some good engineering college, still you have to pay. The minimum is UVC college, 50,000 rupees. You go to any other private colleges, it crosses to 1 lakh rupees. So where is your merit? Where is your hard work mattering today? Very unfortunate that what matters is money. Even if you do not have good merit, if you have money, you can get into prestigious colleges with management seats. And today, private colleges have their own exams. They're selling seats. Basically, they're selling seats, and government do not want to stop it. Neither they want to set up their own institutions so that meritorious students can come in. No, hardworking students really
Yes,
get
sir.
what they deserve. So that is not happening.
Mhm. Yes, sir. Actually, that makes a lot of sense because the only fear I believe meretricious students has of is the economic part. Like, what if I get into this college and my parents? That's all. It's not just about a single education, but in a point of view, the entire family is somewhat considered in all these things. The economic background and loans, all that stuff. That is pretty much. Correct, and there has to be things done on that. So this brings me to a very important question: that, so how do you see education today? Is it only about parents forcing their students to score marks? Is it that students are just considering on marks? We see this one side of the stakeholders. On the other side of the stakeholders, the management, the committee, we see money making education commercialized. This seems to be their focus. So in all these process, the learning, the holistic development is somewhat sidelined or ignored. How do you see this, sir?
So now, basically, we should understand where is our schools and colleges. It is within the system itself, right? So who is managing
Oh
the
yeah.
system? It is the governments. So government policies is the it is the foundation for all our schools and colleges. What is the policies
Mhm.
of the government today? Basically, the policies of the government is one, from they do not want to spend money on, our tax money is not being properly spent on education. Now they have to set up more government institutions, government schools, so that education is affordable to everyone. That is a constitutional right. If you take Bhagat Singh, Vivekananda, Netaji, all the great freedom fighters, they sacrifice so that the even a farmer's child, even somebody very from a poor background are able to get into institutions and study how much ever they want. That is the system they fought.
Mhm.
But today we are
Yes.
seeing government do not want to spend on education. If you give 100 rupees as a tax to the central government, not even 3 rupees is given back to education. Even the state
God.
government is the same fate. So now, on the other hand, there is something called as national education policy, which is suggesting to close government institution, close public institution. They're suggesting more and more of private institutions, foreign universities, even the state governments. It
Mhm.
is the same. Thousands of government schools, colleges have been closed down in past 10 years. So this is the condition. So now what is happening is, why government do not want to give education? That everybody knows. No, a mass, educated mass, no, is always dangerous to the government. The
100%.
ignorant and ignorant masses, okay, they are the power of the government. You as much
Yes.
well, if the people are ignorant. No, they don't study. They don't get real scientific education. They don't get an idea to question the system. No, it is better for them. So what they do is marks oriented is better, skill oriented. Now they talk about skill. What is the skill? Both in skill. Skill is important, but primarily full focus on skill, fully focusing on marks. What is happening is, we are getting robots out of the institutions. We are not getting somebody who can question. Now, for
Exactly, sir.
example, so many things are happening around us. So now, if you properly study, if your student have properly studied English, properly studied social or science, he would have questioned whatever is happening now. Now, for
Yeah.
example, simple thing is somebody is cutting a tree next to your house. So this is a basic thing you should go and question. Now, why is this happening? If you properly study social. Now we study social, we study science, we get very good marks, but we are not in the condition to question. See, basically, equal education is a man-making process. This is what Vivekananda told. We
Yes,
should
sir.
make man. We were uncivilized when we were in forest. Now we are getting education and becoming civilized, but we are really not civilized. So, see,
Actually.
education is to make betterment of the society. It should help the society to grow. So today, education is like you become rich. You see yourself. You get marks. You become rich. You to settle. This is not education we want. No, education should make us more empathetic. It has to help the society to go forward. We should look up. Of course, we have some careers. Also, with the careers, it is our responsibility to act towards the problem of the society. This it is not teaching. That is because government. It is all government policies. The system we are in wants in this way. So I cannot tell you it is a pre-planned one, but the system is been there like this for so many years that even parents are have been no, they don't understand this reality. They feel real success is, see, anybody watching this, any parents or students, real success is not becoming rich. No, even you can become rich by doing. There are many fraudulent ways to become rich. No,
Yes, sir.
so the real success is finally getting an education which you love. And contributing to society, and you live in a peaceful way where you have quality time to do something to others and also to you. So today it has become a rat race, going behind money, going behind a wrong notion of success, which is just making money. No, this parents should come out. They have to encourage their kids to become whatever they want. No, find
Yes,
their
sir.
positives, encourage the positives, so they can achieve something in their life. And achievement is meaning they being, they being really happy. No, happy. So even if
Yes,
they
sir.
have very less money, doesn't mean they have to be happy in their profession. They have to be
Exactly.
peace, composed, doing something to others, being a good person who can really, you can see many old age homes getting increased in Bangalore, everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Why? Now, when you teach your children to run behind career, run behind money, ultimately they will not even look after you. They will again, they'll go behind money and success, what they say, but this is again counterproductive. So I feel I'll tell all the parents, just give freedom to your student, your children to learn whatever they want. You are just a guiding force. So this is what I want to say. And for your question, it is, so we as a community should start questioning the policy of the government. Should ask the governments give us more public universities, public schools. As a community in our area, we have to ask for government schools. If there is we must regulate what is happening in private institutions. If they are collecting more fees, there must be something. The government do not want to set up politics. So they have to set up a
Exactly.
grievance where we can question the policies of the private institutions, colleges. So this is what I want to say regarding your question.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, when I visited a old age home a few days ago in my PU, this is what we saw, sir. There were a lot of old people, and some of them had sent their children abroad to do masters and all that stuff, and they settled over there. They didn't even come back. They didn't even consider that parents. So it makes a lot of sense. And this brings to another question: that's how should like parents do their parenting in terms of when the students are in their schooling? Because I believe this is something very important where the entire foundation is built. If there is a mistake in this particular age, everything goes wrong. And we see today school is becoming a thing of show off, like how we have iPhone, like how we have these thing cars. It has become, for parents, it has become a thing to show off. Like my children are studying DPS, they are studying PODA, but your children staying there. So it has been a comparing thing. So what would you suggest? Because certainly parents would also be watching this. So what is your message to them, sir, in terms of parenting and schooling?
Yeah, first of all, coming to parenting, I already told. So do not first of all, your aim should be to make a good child who will really come back to your family, who can do something to others, who has that empathy, who can know the pains of others. So this is the ultimate objective of parenting, finally.
Yes, sir.
So what I suggest all the parents is, of course, schools do matter, but I don't think there is much difference today, because very unfortunate thing is the school might be very it has some prestigious name, whatever, but on the other hand, if you see, there are no quality teachers today. So there are good
Yes, sir.
teachers, but since the salaries are very much less, now even in Kendriya Vidyalayas or Navodayas, even in central government institutions, there are no permanent teachers. So now what is happening is they pay you very less. You cannot expect meritorious quality teachers coming in with some passion to teach. So what is
Exactly,
happening?
sir.
Wherever you are, whichever prestigious institution you are, unless there are quality teachers, your kids cannot be inspired. The work of teacher is to inspire for next generation. That is not happening. You might get marks. Your child, the thing is that you might think your child is getting success in terms of marks, but finally you would get you'll understand that what your child is what it is going to happen in future. Like you said, some examples of old age home,
Yes.
all that. So there I suggest when you select a school, of course there must be, if there are government institutions now, you take in many Europe, you take in many America, you take, public schools are so good. If at all
Yes,
our
sir.
governments can have public schools with high, it is
Exactly.
possible. It's not a daydream. It is
Mm-hmm.
possible. That is
Possible.
possible. So what happen is everybody will get a same type of education, a quality education. But today it is unfortunate that anybody going into prestigious institutions, like you told them, in some schools, they train their
Mm-hmm.
kids to 8th standard for foundational IIT,
Yes, sir.
foundational NEET. So what is happening? First of all, there are very less seats in JEE and NEET. So finally, who is getting trained from no trained from 6th standard? Only he can able to get into such institutions.
Exactly.
Meritorious who is starting from 10th standard, who do not have money to go to tuitions, no, he cannot qualify.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I tell parents is to, just like I told earlier, leave it to them, let them choose their career. You are just to help them. So and even when you select schools, make sure that a school where there are all type of students coming in. So only
Mm-hmm.
rich students, only one type of students is again counterproductive. What has happened is their lifestyle also will change. They will think that the society
Exactly.
is like this. When they're in a school where there are all type of students, middle class students, even some poor students, they'll understand the reality. They will learn empathy. They learn so many things. So these are my
Yes, sir.
suggestions. Yeah, Sayed.
Yes, sir. It was thoughtful, sir. That like students, like parents should focus on the holistic development and not just focusing on marks. I think this is the need of the hour for all the parents, not just forcing their children to focus on marks, but on societal issues and all that stuff. So another very important question I have you, because you're someone, a teacher who is really fit to answer this. So when a student comes to you and tells you, "Sir, I hate math. I'm not just a math person." Like, what would be your first thing to like tell them, sir? Like, how would you react to that?
See, first of all, everybody's brain is same. So it is not that we are born talented. It is wrong that many say
Yes.
that he is a born talented. He is a math genius. It is wrong. So basically, what happens is the upbringing matters, and the school there matters. So maths is a subject where you require actually many tell that maths. Why do you require maths? Why do you require trigonometry? Why do you require division when ChatGPT is there, calculator is there? Why should our students read all that? So basically, the purpose of teaching maths is to make sure that the creative mind is opened, and also the
Yes,
logical
sir.
sense, the thinking abilities. Actually, it enhances. No, it is like training
Mm-hmm.
your mind. No, see, now if you want muscles, what do you need to do? You go to gym and train your muscles. No, if you want to become a marathon runner, you cannot be in one day. You have to run. You have to practice. You start with walking, then you start with 5K, then you go 10K, then half marathon, then you go to full marathon. You train your legs. You train your mind. Same way, math is also it is a training to your mind. No, more
Mm-hmm.
you practice maths, more you try to solve problems. That what happens? Your brain really starts, goes in that direction where it can think. No, the
Yes,
neurons
sir.
get connected. So that is the purpose of maths also. Teaching
Yes, sir.
math is to make sure that science and math actually helps you, of course languages also, to
Mm-hmm.
think, training your mind
To
to think.
think.
So now
Yes, sir.
maths, basically foundation of maths is very important. The problem in India is
Mm-hmm.
we are teaching in very old method. There are actually
Oh.
updated methods and techniques which are real way to teach mathematics. Now, for example, if you take 8 plus 6, what they teach in our school is you have to keep 18 fingers and you count 6 in mind, then 9,
Yes,
10,
sir.
11, 12, 13, 14. This is the wrong way. Here, where is the thinking involved? There is no thinking. Actually, the right way is
Exactly.
for 8, what is the complement? What is the complement number to make 10? It is a 2. So 8 plus 2
Mm-hmm.
is 10. So from 6, 2 is gone, 4 is remaining. Answer is 14.
Oh.
So same way if you take 5 plus 6. So now what is the friend of 5 to make 10? It is 5. So you have to take 5,
Mm-hmm.
10. So 1 is remaining in the 6. Answer is 11.
Oh my God.
Now the two
Wow.
methods I told, the first method does not involve any thinking. Second method involves
Exactly.
thinking. Indirectly, you're also teaching subtraction. Indirectly, you're also
Mm-hmm.
teaching.
100%, sir. Yeah.
You take multiplication table. What we do, you just by heart 9 ones and 9 twos. You in 10 standard, what happens is I see in working column 22 tens are, they would have done that calculation 22 into
Oh.
10. So what they don't know is just adding zero, just adding 1 0 extra.
Mm-hmm.
Now how 11 tens is 110, just adding 1 0, 2 tens is 20, 22 tens is adding 1 0. This is all logic that we have to get from tables, but we
Exactly.
don't get it. Our students, I'm not blaming our students. I feel the teachers and the system have to teach in a proper way. That's why teachers should also be acute. We
Mm-hmm.
should know what are the real things to teach. Now, 3 4s are,
Mm-hmm.
what is 3 4s? If you tell the real meaning of it, 3 4 times. Imagine you have
Exactly.
this
Yes,
4
sir.
times. Now, if I tell what is half plus half, students cannot answer. No,
Mm-hmm.
because they're not connecting it to real life. We are not. Best parents is one thing is teachers also equip yourself to teach in a right way. So there are many books available. Your textbook also suggests in that way. So you have to work on connecting math with real life and teaching in a right way. So finally, math is not to make calculator. It
Yes,
is
sir.
make it is to make students to think. So calculator
Mm-hmm.
can become. See, now many of them, they send to abacus class or Vedic maths and tell that, see how fast is doing. We do not want fast calculation. Obviously, these things will help for competitive exam, all that. But what is real purpose of math is to open up your creative mind, open up how to think. Math will teach you how to think, how to solve. If some problem come in your life, now Max, one problem has many solutions. You can approach the problem many times. If you practice that every time, what happens in your life? You get some problem, not even mathematical problem, some problem. You'll start thinking in different ways. Okay, this problem is now I'm getting some pain in my leg. Why it isn't getting? So I did that. This. What might be the reason? You'll start thinking in multiple ways. That how you get that thinking because of math and science. So what is
literally.
Practice math. So even I was a very bad student up to 9th. I practiced very well in 10th standard. Practice math, and there are now hundreds of videos. No, students like you are teaching now. When you teach, I teach, and you teach different. You teach better than me if you ask. Why? Because you're already studying and you understand the pulse of your friends. What I should teach so that that matters. So you can ask your friends. You work with. There's hundreds of videos, animation. Now ChatGPT is there. AI is there. Ask AI that I'm not understanding quadratic equation. Help me in a simpler way. It'll teach you. So one thing is, see, finally, you have to. It has to come from within that. I have to fight and practice math such a way that I also will understand. You should not fixing that in your mind that no, I forget anything. No, I cannot do math. If you put a stamp on yourself, that is the end of anything. You will tell all life you will be blaming yourself and you will not do any work.
So this is very important, sir. Like the fact which you said, math is not just to make a calculation stuff, something like that, but to think. Thinking is something very important, sir. Even today, we see reports, the ones who are the fundamental stakeholders in AI, they are suggesting students not to run behind learning AI, but to run behind subjects like physics and maths. So this connects the dot, telling that math is something very important. And after this comprehensive explanation, I don't think so, sir, any student will fear math. Like the point which you said, a question can be solved in various ways. And this can directly be applied and in our own lives. This is how it helps. It is really very helpful, sir. And this will certainly also motivate the teachers. The way you explained the addition subtraction, that was something new to me, and it just surprised me. Like like the teachers who want to teach this way, they have that why I should teach this. They are willing to do that. So how should they proceed with this? Like should they consider any YouTube videos to watch, or simply exploring new things, or with the experiments given in the textbook itself? What would be roadmap?
First of all, a real teacher is first we have to learn. Teacher has to learn. It is not that we know everything. So we teachers have to be constantly thinking ways. Now, if something is not working from years, something is not working. Why tables you're by hatting? Some are learning, some are not learning. In a class of 100, only 30 are smart in mathematics, 70 are not smart. They're not understanding. That means there is some problem, right? If you identify the problem, if you don't identify a problem, you tell this is the problem. I can't help. These students are not focusing anything. This is a student problem. It is wrong. So when you put all the blames on student, then you cannot be a teacher. You have to constantly keep on thinking why the students are not listening to my class, why they're disturbing in my class, or why they're not able to solve math problems. It might be some problem. Obviously, the problem is in the syllabus, maybe the problem with the syllabus, problem with the school, the system, everything. But from your side, you have to think what changes you have to bring so that your teaching can be more effective, and the listeners become more, the learners become more, and they start enjoying your subject. So there, we have to study the textbooks. So many times we just see once and we teach the same thing years after years. So every year you have to come up with different ways like last year, how I thought I will change a bit for this year. And you should know the reality of the students too. Now, today's students, you know the problem. They're exposed to mobile. They're exposed to things which are fast. They know that they can learn from AI videos. You are not if you don't teach well, that's okay. They do not matter. They'll go somewhere and learn. They'll learn. There are tuitions. They'll learn somewhere. So you have to work, and our students will judge you very soon. Now, if I don't teach only for 3-4 days, they'll get to know this is a teacher whom I cannot learn. They will judge you, and you are never they'll listen. So you have to prepare. So a prepared teacher can be confident. A confident teacher can inspire students. So preparation is important. There are hundreds of, again, for the students, even for teachers, there are hundreds of videos, AI, ChatGPT, textbooks. You have to be constantly upgrading yourself, constantly learning things so that you can make your classroom special, make your classroom engaging. So there are many methods, not only chalk and talk method. There are activities. Textbooks are suggesting activities, activity oriented. And the problem with even the schools today is the management, private management, they do not give the freedom to explore things. That is also a problem for their end. What they do is continuous classes, now 6 hours continuous classes. Can you just imagine anybody can think of it? And even today government is doing so many works like first of all we have FAs. In FAs we have to do activities. Upon that we have, for every chapter we have to make lesson-based assessment. It is called as LBS.
Okay.
We have to make that assessments, we have to enter that details in the website, and we have to make corrections, books, so many paperwork and clerical work. So finally, it is all becoming, even for the student side, they are also becoming a machine who are filling books and not filling their heads. So it is many teachers have fallen in the trap of this. Like finally they see that okay, finally my work is to make sure that everything is completed, notes are written, parents are happy, system is happy. Finally, students are not happy. The students are not learning something. They have filled the books, they have done your activities, but they have not learned anything. So if you don't have that mind to think, what is the problem? Okay, what is happening? What solutions I can bring in? So if you cannot think, you cannot be a good teacher. That is what I can say. Finally, you will be somebody flowing with the river. If you want to do something, you have to flow against the river. You have to think creative ways. You can get blame for it. You can tell what is this teacher doing different ways? What is the purpose of it? But you will get results after a few years. You will get many students who will remember you, who will tell, yes, I learned science, I learned maths because you taught in this way.
Yes,
So
sir.
now, for example, there are many teachers. No, see, since I have YouTube, Instagram, I'll put their videos and people they recognize me. But still, there are teachers who don't use YouTube, all that. But still, they teach very well. They inspire hundreds of students in years, thousands of students. One
Yes,
teacher
sir.
can destroy 30 years of 30 generation of students. One teacher, or he can inspire 30 generation of students.
Oh my God, that
It
was
is
deep.
left to the teachers to understand to where to go, there or here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, Sai, this provides a really well furnished roadmap for the teachers. Like as you said, the students remember that. And I just wanted to add this. I still remember your video and the same explanation in the workshop as well, which was done to explain the formulas of the chapter surface areas and volumes, if I'm not wrong, right? So
Yes.
using those cubes and all, like we were given the assignment to learn all the formulas, and our teacher would randomly pick students the next day. We all friends, like I had a very close friend of mine who was also, we both were actually stiff competitors, but at the same time we were the best friends, honestly. So we both were discussing like how this formulas is to be learned, and the conclusion which we did in the school was just going back home, searching on the YouTube, and if you find something special, we'll just share in the WhatsApp group. And this is what Rahul did actually. He found your video of surface areas and volume, and I just saw that video once or twice, maybe as far as I remember, and everything was clear. And this is how students remember, and this is how teaching has to be done. So it provides a really furnished roadmap for the teachers. So coming to the exams, as you are the expert teacher, would like to get some insights on the SSLC exam, because certainly SSLC students and teachers would also be viewing this. So this year, recently 3 model question papers are released, and something which was not done earlier, the chapter-wise blueprint is also released, which was theme-based earlier, if I'm not wrong. So what are your take on this? So should, because as I have the student community, what generally they ask is how much percentage of model question papers will come in the exam. This is the regular question. How should they shift the mind from this to something positive, sir?
See, first of all, if you ask me, now I told you in government schools and colleges itself, there are more than 63,000 teacher position vacant. Okay, in government
Oh,
schools, all
63,000.
government schools, including primary and
Oh my
higher.
God.
And in private, there are no quality teachers. This everybody should. There are teachers, I'm not telling, but there are no quality as such. Everybody knows this. Now,
Yes, 100%.
okay, now what is the byproduct of this? The byproduct of this is till 9th standard, there is no detention policy that nobody can fail you. So anybody who is just getting into first standard can easily come to 9th standard. And
Ninth
in 10th
standard, yeah.
standard, 10th standard, suddenly you have questions which are application based, questions which will test your thinking abilities, analytical skills, logical reasoning. How is it possible for a child to answer it? So finally, what
Exactly,
happens
sir.
when
This
you
is so
make the
thoughtful.
question papers? When you make question papers of that level, our students cannot answer. So the results will go down. Okay, the government results will go down. In the private, some students will fail. So now, what is the solution? The real solution is bring teachers in. So government colleges, bring government schools, update the teachers, give them training, make workshops. Now, for example, as a private teachers, we are only able to we gather 100 students, 200 students, give workshops. Why can't government make it so much of system? No.
Yes,
So
sir.
same way, private institutions also, let them give some proper salary, get meritorious, train your teachers, call the resource person to your schools. So by this, what happened? By this, what happened? And from 8th only, you start training your student to think, to answer such questions. This is the real solution, right? But what the government is doing now, this solution is very costly for them. They cannot spend thousands of rupees, our tax money. They believe it should not spend on education. They are not spending. Private schools,
Yes.
what they want? They want good percentage, 100% results, and put photo that all are pass. And government do not know if many results are falling. Last year results fell down. So what we told,
Yes,
no,
sir.
why is falling back in government schools? Because you appoint teachers. Now, these two problems, simple solution what they're getting is decrease the standard of question paper. Very simple.
Oh,
So now what will happen? Everybody will pass. Government is also
yeah.
happy. In government, I will tell definitely this year 85% pass percentage will be. In government, in private, it will be 90 plus percentage. Everybody will
Okay.
pass. So now finally, private are happy, nice board, and even government is happy. Nobody will question them. There are no teachers. They do not want quality. Finally, quality is compromised. Everywhere
Yes, sir.
quality is
Shortcuts are being taken.
shortcuts government system itself is bringing. Now, earlier, what was 80 for 80 marks, you have to get 28 to pass. And
Yes,
later
sir.
on, internal marks used to add. Now they removed it. They told that CBSE they're doing it, so we should also do it. So CBSE is different. You cannot tell CBSE is right.
Exactly.
You cannot tell CBSE is the best one. No. Why are you comparing that? So now what has happened because of that? Now, even if you get 10 marks in your external exam, 13 marks, and you get 20 in internals, you're passed. 33 is to pass to get passed. So now for 13
Oh.
marks, why should you study? Why should you go to tuitions? Why should you listen to the classes? This attitude slowly will come to teachers, students, right? You cannot blame the students for it. We
Yes, sir.
easily blame students. They're not studying. They're
100%, sir. I
useless.
100% agree with this.
So now what will happen upon that? No theme based. Earlier theme based means now, for example, in physics you take light and human eye together for 14 marks. You can do however you want. You can give 9 plus 5 or 8 plus 6. You can change mix match. Now what is happening? Now they'll give you pakka this chapter this much questions will get, and
Yes, sir.
four
So
model
now,
papers.
what I believe is that students will stick to that. Earlier, when
Yeah,
theme base was given, we have that question. Oh, you do 6 months ke barbodu. You do
correct.
we have that. Now, once this is given, we are fixed. We might skip some chapters as well.
Yeah. So now what will happen? Now 4 model papers, and they're doing 3 preparatory papers. 3 board only is giving 3 preparatory, total 7 papers.
7
And
years.
keep this in mind. If you see the 7 papers, and there are some document on LBAs, okay, lesson based assessment, chapter wise questions. If you can go
Okay.
through the 7 papers and this LBA, you will get 98 plus percentage. 98% is sure. I can guarantee you. And passing is just forget about passing. You just forget about even scoring. Don't worry. Everybody can easily get distinction. So no need to put effort. So from the student point of view, it is easy. No, from now it is easy.
Exactly.
So now good that you can get good marks, but I'm telling you, in future you're going to suffer. Like first
100%.
PU, second PU, or engineering degree, or you're not actually getting prepared for the real world. You're getting prepared to get marks, to prepare for the system to enjoy you, not to enjoy. The system might enjoy your marks. You will not, finally, it will not benefit. But ultimately, now that is the other part. There are people who are questioning this system. We are questioning from our Safe Education Committee. There's so much things happening. Now, for the student point of view, very simple this year. If you want to get good marks, don't forget about getting failed. If you're a backbencher, if you're a scoring topper, just this 4 model paper, 3 preparatory paper, which will come from the 7 papers. The 7 papers will take you to definitely 70 plus percentage. If you want more than 70, see the LPAs, practice some more. See, basically, understanding the question paper pattern is all. If you understand the question paper pattern, from how they're asking, from which chapter they're asking application, which chapter they're not asking application, you sit with the model paper, sit with the preparatory
Yes, sir.
paper, analyze
Analyzing
it.
it.
Yeah, analyzing. Basically, whoever analyzes in a proper way, they are the winners.
Yes, sir.
They would get into
Exactly.
smart work. If you are smart enough to know what to study and a little of thinking, you can crack and get good marks. So just this, even for PU and for SLC, model papers are there, and preparatory also they are doing. So nothing to worry. And there are teachers like us. In last moment, we will also provide you passing package,
Yes, sir.
scoring
Exactly.
package. Why? Because even I do not want to give passing package. But
Yes,
point
sir.
is, students are such burdened, they don't know what to study also.
Exactly, sir.
Ultimately, I don't like to give passing package, because if you give passing package, students will not work. But the problem is, students don't know what to study only. There are no adequate guidance. The government is not telling that. There's so many TV channels. Nobody are, even at least in half an hour program for students, for parents. Nobody are interested. So what will happen? They don't know what to study itself. What study I will pass. So finally, when we are doing some passing package, there it is helping some students to pass, to get some confidence. Otherwise, what will happen? They'll be frustrated. They don't know what to study. They'll get frustrated. Now at least I feel that by giving passing and scoring package or helping them might boost some confidence. But I make sure that in all my videos, I will tell them this is not the reality. Do not just focus on
Yes,
this.
sir.
You focus on thinking and analytics, read textbooks, wherever is possible. I'm telling them the reality also, and also these things.
Yes, sir. So this insider information will certainly bring, I think, a lot of changes. Like, firstly, the students, like, honestly being very straightforward, the ones who don't want to put a lot of efforts, after listening all the back end story of this, might change their mind. Not just focusing on marks and studying model question papers, because they know the reality, because this is not going to help them in their future. Like, I just see my friends, and I have also realized that whatever we study in the entire SSLC might be just studied in the first sem of PUC itself, only first PUC. So this will bring two narrow down things. One is the set of students who will be motivated. Chalo, there are 7 question papers. Marks. The other set of students who would, I request all of you who are watching this to be this one, like seeing the back end story, and at least not just focusing on marks, but developing your analytical, critical thinking through reading textbook line by line, seeing the videos like Rajesh sir, developing something out of it. At the end, not just the report card, but you have to have something on yourself, your skills, something like that, which will be helpful not just to get into some good PU college by showing big percentage on your SLC marks, but your full life. So, do you agree with this?
Yeah, definitely. See,
Yes, sir.
marks is the other part. Finally, you all know from today, world is not running behind marks, no. So
Exactly,
it means the whatever system, but ultimately in the workforce today, those who are finally, if you are good at language, you can confidently speak in whatever language it may be. You're confident, even you know half English, that's fine. You should be confident of yourself. You should know the modern skills. Modern skills is understanding, using laptop or using mobile, using AI in a proper way, asking the right questions to AI, and learning things through AI or learning things through internet. And next is, see, today world will reward only those who do not only think that I want to become this, who are doing action. So finally, anything you want to become, you have to start acting on it. You want to become a doctor. It is not. I'm not discouraging from state government. You cannot become a doctor. Many of my students from state syllabus, they have put real effort. They have been into very prestigious college. It is possible still now, but there comes understanding these things, working hard, acting on things, anything which is difficult, act on that. See, I see many of my students who are not good at the academics, but today, one example, I know a group of students who are not good, they were average, but today they have gone to gym, they have become a good bodybuilders, and now
Wow.
it is. I'm not telling it is. See, many people will tell bodybuilding is all that chapri thing, why they should do,
No,
but
no.
when you do, you'll get to know how difficult it is.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Years of consistency, years of hard work, nutrition. They maintain all that. They got good body, and I'm not saying that is a good body, but finally now they are in a place where they are able to train the clients.
Oh,
They're good at
wow.
that. They're training their clients. They have clients.
Amazing.
They now they can start their own gym. They can go to become instructors. So now that is success. They're happy with what they're doing because they acted on things. Or the
Exactly.
many of my students who took arts, they fought with the parent. They through the internet they learned many things. Now they're selling their projects and art in internet. They're earning some
Wow.
money, so they're happy also. So finally you have to think what is your, which field you are good at. Okay, choose that and work on it. See, there is no talent will not help you, only action will help you. Talent,
Exactly,
anybody
sir.
can have. Many of us all have talent, but we are not acting on it. So we have to act on our talents, work on our talents. So finally you will get that success, that your field you can contribute much to the society, and
Yes,
also
sir.
you can add some value to the society and yourself too. So there, so be open, learn things even in your colleges, wherever you go. Choose the brands that will help you. There might be hundreds of questions, even your parent may not like, your friends may not like, but believe in yourself. You believe in yourself, act on it, work hard for it, learn things, be positive, and be positive on yourself. So something will happen. So you
Yeah.
can achieve. Only those who act on things, you will get success. That's all.
Yes, sir. So, like, including me and all the students, what we can derive out of this is that, see, taking action is very important. Executing stuff. You have a lot of abundance of talent, but execution is not being on that. Sorry to say, that is kind of, you are not utilizing it. It's going to be a waste. One. And the second thing, which we all have learned through this discussion, is that importance of extracurricular, co-curricular activities and stuff that we do. The example which sir gave, like, from an outside perspective, it's just gym, following a passion, vagera, vagera. But if we see dug deep into it, it's learning. We are learning consistency. We are learning discipline. We are refraining from junk foods. We are refraining from stuff. This will help us in every aspect of life. This is what we have to inculcate. First is taking actions, and also knowing the importance of extracurricular activities. So last, how should students overcome their distractions, sir? A lot of students are trapped into a lot of distractions today. What advice would you like to give them?
See, first of all, the world they're seeing many a times. They see Instagram, they see movies, they feel this is the world. Okay, Instagram, you see some movies. So this is the world. So you have to. The world is like this. I have to be look good. I have to do this. Why you have to put effort? So easily things will come. So all this, and we will see what will happen in future. Procrastination. All this is because we don't know. We do not have models in front of you. That is the problem with our students. There are some models. For example, if somebody in our family, is really a model for us, we can look up to them. Or teachers, or even in society, there are no very less models today. So
Exactly, sir.
that has been one problem. We cannot blame students also, but yeah, distractions is there are a lot of distractions. That is what even ultimately even government want that. Government, our
Oh my
system.
God.
You get distracted, you will not ask anything. No, today, this when I'm speaking this, somebody tell what is this, how is this really concerned? See, you have to be concerned to politics. You should know what is happening around,
Exactly.
because that matters you most. Tomorrow, will you get job or not?
Exactly, sir.
Who will decide? The government policies will decide. Tomorrow, you will get into good colleges or not? Who will decide? Government will decide. Whether your parents who
100%.
are working, will they get a proper hospital? If somebody has happened to your parents, where will they go? Government hospitals is not good. If something happens, there is no insurance. So finally, so there are so many things that you should know. So you should come up with this bubble thing that is there. Not only Instagram and the YouTube that you see, or the film movies you see are reality. The reality is something. How will you know that? That you will know through being more social. You have to have friends.
Yes,
You have
sir.
to go around, participate in extracurricular activities, join some organizations. You can, if you're interested in theater, join some theater group. In weekends, you go join them. If you're interested in some gym or running, join some running clubs. If you're interested in video or making Instagram videos, you find some clubs, start acting on it. So finally, when you become busy in those things, what you love, if you start getting busy, distractions will go.
Wow.
Finally, finally, if you do not have, what is happening is, I told earlier, we are just thinking I want to become that, I want to become. We are not acting on it. So you have to start acting on things that you want to become. So if you are more social, going out, so that is difficult. That you might tell. No, many of us are like the frogs in a pond. We just go to schools, colleges, come to home. This is what you feel the world. This is not the world.
Yes,
So
sir.
you have to go out. Go out. That is why extracurricular matters. And most of the parents till 9 they encourage extracurricular. After that they don't encourage. So you have to
Oh,
encourage all life. You must have extracurricular, because extracurricular will teach you a lot of things: collaboration, critical thinking, about the real world, what is happening in the world, everything. This extracurricular, and encouraging their talents will help them. So this is
yes,
what
sir.
you want to come out of distractions. You start acting on things that you love. Okay, do
Yes,
something.
sir.
Now many of our students, I know, they're good event organizers now. So
Wow.
they organize events. They're still studying degree, but they focused on something else. Now I'm damn sure that today they're just organizing birthdays, small events. I'm damn sure that within few years they'll be organizing very huge events. That is
Certainly,
because
sir.
they acted on things. So go act on, learn, enhance your skills. If you feel you're talented in something, go to classes, enhance your skills. Also academics, both should see stress. Stress is, there are hundreds of stress in life, but if you're really loving something, you will not be stressed. So
Exactly, sir.
this is my opinion, Said. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Students can really act on this, like not replacing your distractions with something meaningful. And this only one action can change our entire life. It was so practical, and request all the students who are watching this, if you have to utilize the entire discussion, whatever. See, you might have viewed this, you might have said, "Wow, such a great conversation. Sir is so knowledgeable." But if you have to utilize this, if you have to get benefit of this, you should act on whatever said. In fact, we should all act on whatever Sir said. We have to make notes of it. We have to say what are the things which we are doing in that, and what are the things which we are laying behind, and focusing on that. When we take execution and when we make things happen, that's when all the change happens. So one important request I have you, sir. I have the request of you to join politics, sir, because we need people like you in politics, sir. Honestly,
Yeah.
because
See, many
only then
times.
I believe change would happen.
Yeah, many times we believe. See, even there are many quotes you would have heard that politics is the last place of a scoundrel. Means useless people are politicians. No, see, what is politics is not always going and standing in election. Politics is even if you talk about a problem with your friend, about a society problem, even you are doing some politics.
Wow.
It is not that you're going out and protesting something is politics. Even if you talk about some constructive thing now in your area, if you can make sure you can bring all your 10 kids at one place every week, you will teach them something, you will teach some skills, you will teach them values. Even that is a form of politics. You're actually encouraging the kids to think. No, you're making students busy with real things. So
Yes, sir.
politics means don't feel that, oh, why should I go in that election, all that things, it is all scoundrels, they're useless people. So now what is happening is all the useless people, the frauds, the corrupt people have come together and they're running the system. We, the 98% of good people, the honest people, are not organized. We are just
Oh,
scolding. What we are doing is we are
so
just
true.
scolding. Is bad. Everything is bad. Why for me politics? I do not require any politics. This is all useless. So because we are ignorant, we are not questioning. These 2% people are exploiting the entire country. So there I
Taking
feel,
over.
there I feel everybody should take responsibility, do something to the society, question the governments, discuss the problem that is happening, what constructive way you can solve. That is why organizations are required. You have your own organizations, your own children clubs. Now we run many children's club in entire Bangalore. So we teach values, teach stories, science. So basically, one such act I'm doing. So you can do one more
Yes,
act.
sir.
You can make sure that now something in the street, some light is not working, you go and ask, collect signatures from your locality and give to respective authorities. So this is making acting on things that, see, always questioning, always not telling governments are wrong is right, it's correct. That is the first step. Second step is what you will do, what you are doing for all these problems. No, you should
Yes.
do. No, in Range Basanti movie there is one dialogue. No, it is not the, you have to take responsibility to change. If you so much problems around you, take responsibility and do the change. Otherwise it is useless to always keep on blaming the governments or blaming. So there you have to not to get frustrated about the system. It is a time that we take responsibility. If you're a youngster, take responsibility, do whatever is fine. I know your careers are important, but do not just streamline your life into careers. So through see what can be done. If you become a doctor, go to a slum, help at least weekly once, give free tablets. If you're an engineer, think about what you can do. If we can educate 2 or 3 people, if you can go to government school and do some science experiments, or if you are a commerce students, think what you can do. You can definitely do. It is not that
Exactly, sir.
philanthropy, not only giving money to poor, that is completely philanthropy. But with the philanthropy, you should also do some activism, questioning the governments, something that
Exactly.
is possible. So now you've seen, entire world, this word is coming, Gen Z protest, everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Is actually understanding the reality. It's very good. I'm sure that in our country too, very soon, there'll be a number of students like you who can question the system, who will actually bring change. Ultimately, you are the youngsters who can bring the change. That is where we
Yes, sir.
teachers' role is very important. We should inspire our
Yes, sir.
students to all these things, expose our students to the reality, let them choose what they want to become. They will choose in the
Yes,
right
sir.
way. Finally, if you do some things, this will not take just 1 year, 2 year. For years of patience, years of work, when you do, definitely the result will come.
Yes, sir. So it was truly inspiring about knowing about politics, sir, because this, you have just brought in a distinctive view as to what is my responsibility, what is our responsibility. I just take a moment. If we all collectively think like this, then certainly there's going to have a change, sir. So before I end, I just want to request, you do a lot of myth busting activities, you do a lot of workshops. Like if anyone wants to make this happen from your end, can you just provide your mail or something like that, sir, in case, because we'll be putting up all those videos in the front of the video.
Sure. Like I will send my in my email ID, or you can ping me through Instagram. So you can just put all the links in the video description.
Yes,
It will
sir.
be,
I'll just putting everything on here, sir.
yeah. You can message me. So we do a lot of activities as a group of teachers, group of students. We do medical camps. We do activities with children. We do hundreds of activities all through Bangalore. Anywhere monthly once, if you can join. No, that will be
Yes, sir.
the good thing that you can do for the society. So you can.
Yes.
Everybody, you think of something. So now many youngsters actually we come up. So finally we are just what happens is I see many youngsters, they organize very good Ganesha festival, or they
Wow.
organize some sports event very good. See that they can do. That means as a group, why can't we do something else that will help the society? Why as a group of students we will go and tell that we want a gym to our in our place? There is no government gym. We want a government gym. or our road is not proper. As a group of youngsters, will collect signature, will go to the MLA or respective people and tell this road is not good. So as a group of youngsters, you can do a lot of things, not only these things. See, these things you're able
Yes,
to do
sir.
very well. So you also think about things that we can help the society. Then what will happen?
Yes,
Then
sir.
even society will appreciate you. Many will tell, no, these today's Gen Zs are useless. They're always into mobile. They don't contribute anything to society. They don't know anything about society. That is wrong. If you show the real light, if you can really tell what is happening to the kids, they will go in the right direction. It is we teachers, we as a society has to inspire the next generation. That is
Yes,
the work that we have to do.
yes, sir. So with this, we come to an end of this entire discussion. So honestly, like I believe this is one of the best day of my life, talking one to one with a teacher who have inspired me throughout my life and still now, and gaining so much of insights, knowing so many of things. Like literally, what I suggested is everyone to watch, to make use of this. I'm going to do the same. After ending this recording, I'm going to watch it again, make all the notes, and see what is that I can take out this and act on. Thank you so much, sir. It really means a lot. As I said earlier, I really can't express my gratitude towards you. Thank you so much, sir. It was a very fruitful
All the best.
conversation for you. Yes, sir. Yeah.
All the best
So
to you. Please go on doing this. All the best to you. Please go on doing this podcast with many people who are actually, like I told in the beginning, there are hundreds of teachers, hundreds of people who are doing great work. You have to find
yes,
them.
sir.
Maybe
Yes,
even you can have some discussions with your friends who have achieved something, maybe the
Yes, sir.
seniors. So basically, all this podcast should be to help the next generation. It is not that
Exactly,
to
sir.
just to know, you tell that these are great, these are that that this that it is useful.
Yes,
I mean, that
yes,
is also
yes.
useful, but ultimately, I feel you are going that direction. All the best to you. I suggest all the
Thank you so much,
students,
sir.
all my SLC students, to subscribe to his channel, because in PUC I cannot help PUC. So students like him would help you all. Please subscribe to his channel, and yeah, all the best to you and all the students watching this.
Thank you so much, sir. So friends, with this, I said Saad with Rajesh, sir. Signing off. Tata. Bye bye.